Welcome students. Today we will discuss about the mineral resources. Minerals are the constituent of rocks. Particularly we divided the minerals into two kinds. One is the metallic mineral, another one is called as the non-metallic mineral. Metallic mineral are those which contain the metals, example like copper. And particularly the non-metallic minerals, those do not contain the metal, example like the mica. We can further subdivide the metallic minerals into two types. One is basically called as the ferrous, another one is generally the non-ferrous in nature. Actually the minerals which have the iron content, like as example hematite, basically called as the ferrous metallic mineral, and the non-ferrous metallic mineral means the minerals which have no iron content, such as example copper. Iron ore is one of the important metallic minerals. Basically such kind of minerals are used for every kind of industry. Also it is one of the widespread mineral all over the world, and you can say from a needle to a large industry, in every perspective iron and steel is needed. For the iron and steel industry, the one of the important raw material is iron ore. Basically iron ore are four types in nature. One is called the magnetite, hematite, limonite and siderite. Actually this is basically four types of iron ore. Particularly magnetite. This type of ore basically black in color, and also you can say the total amount of iron present, particularly such kind of ore, near about 75%, and you can say this is basically the best quality of the ore, but the storage are less all over the world. It is the best quality, but the storage all over the world is less. Second type of iron ore is hematite. Particularly such type of ore red or deep brown in color, and basically the total amount of iron present is near about 70%. You can say such kind of iron ore are maximum amount on the earth surface. Actually the distribution of the hematite iron ore is the maximum amount all over the earth. There are the four types: magnetite, hematite, siderite and limonite. Among them hematite type of iron ore are maximum in all over the earth surface. Next, limonite. Particularly such type of iron ore light brown in color, and there is presence of iron is near about 60%, and they are basically the average type in nature, average type of nature. Clear? Now the fourth type of iron ore is siderite. Particularly siderite, you can say there the color is gray in color, and average near about 45% iron is present, and they are basically the bad quality or bad type of iron ore. Now you see there are the four type in nature. There are basically four type of iron ore. One is the magnetite, they are basically black in color. near about 75% iron present, and they are the best quality but less amount present all over the earth surface. Next one, the hematite type of iron ore, particularly red or deep brown in color. And if you think about hematite of iron ore, they are basically 70%, near about 70% of iron present, particularly this type of ore, and they are the maximum type of iron, such kind of iron distributed all over the earth surface. Next one, the limonite type, particularly limonite type, they are basically the medium quality, or you can say the average quality, and particularly such type of iron, near about 60% iron presents, and they are the light brown in color. And then last one, the siderite type generally the grain color, you can say the low category of iron ore, and particularly you can say it has the less commercial value, low category of iron ore, 60 near about 45% iron are present, particularly such type of minerals. Or what are the main uses and the economic importance? First of all, the steel industry, iron ore is basically used for the steel industry. It is true to say, for iron and steel industry, one of the important and the main raw material, you can say, the iron ore. For getting the iron and steel, we have to be use different type of minerals, like as example the manganese, bauxite, nickel, tungsten, as well as we have to be go through the different type of procedure, like as example the blast furnace procedures to getting the liquid iron. So for iron and steel industry, the important raw material is the iron ore. Next one, if you go for it, the arm factories, for the arms factories, for the arm factories is the iron and steel widely used to make the different type of arms, like as example the guns or the bullets. So that's why for the arm factories is it is one of the important raw materials. Next one, if you go for it in transport perspective, the third point or the third use is the transport perspective. For the transport perspective, iron is needed because if you think about the railway systems or the rail engine, or if you think about the bridge or the ship or motor, so every perspective or the transportation vehicle perspective, there is needed of iron and steel. Fourth important factor, agricultural instrument. After the industrial revolution or after the green revolution in India perspective, there is uses of different type of modern tools in agriculture systems. So different type of machines, various instruments, necessary things have to be made through the iron and steel, and that's why for agricultural instrument it is one of the important raw material. Third important factor, fifth important factor is housing properties. For housing properties, if you think for the housing properties, it is one of the important raw materials, you can say, because if you think about the nail, pen, furniture, or if you think about every kind of substance to be made through the iron and steel. So that's now we have to be learned about the most important iron ore producing states in India. It is true to say the five main states from where we are generally get 99% of iron ore. The states are Chhattisgarh, Karnataka, Goa, Odisha and the Jharkhand. From these five states we are basically get near about 99% of the iron ore. Particularly in Odisha, the most important areas are Sundargarh, Mayurbhanj, Kathak, Sambalpur, Keonjhar, Koraput. Particularly these districts and the places, if you think about the Goru Moishani, Badam Pahar, so these districts we are generally get the high grade iron ore. So you have to be remember at least two or three names. Those are important for the writing perspective. If you think about for Odisha, the Guru Moishani, Badam Pahar, Suliapat, Keonjhar, or if you go think about the Sundargarh, so these places they are basically the storage of. Now think about Chhattisgarh is one of the important place. These states occupies the first place in India, particularly the production of the iron ore. If you think about the production of the iron ore, these states took the first place, and all over the world if you think about India, India stands the fourth place, and according to the 2008 there is 19 crore metric ton productions. Particularly there is 19 crore metric ton productions in India. Now think about Chhattisgarh. Particularly in Chhattisgarh there are the Durg district. Also this there is basically Bastar districts where is the rich deposit of the hematite, as well as there is the Bailadila range and the different type of hills like as example Chotorangar, Rauhat. So these places are important for iron ore industries. For these places are important for the iron ore. Now Karnataka, if you think about the Karnataka, they are the different places where the storage of the iron and steel industry. There is basically the Chikmagalur districts, and particularly these districts Baba Budan hill. Also there are the different names like as example Sandur Hospet region, also example for the Simogo region. So these regions are the important, or Chitordurg. So these regions are the important for the age. Another important region if you think about the Jharkhand is well developed. The West Singhbhum is the richest iron ore districts in Jharkhand. There is basically in Jharkhand there is the Jamuda, Noamundi, West Singhbhum place. So these places where the storage of iron and ore. Also there are the different parts of India like as example in Andhra Pradesh, also example in Maharashtra Chandrapur regions, also in Rajasthan Jaipur. So such places there is basically the storage or the distributions of iron ore. Now the last important thing we think about the trade. India is the third largest iron ore exporting countries of the world. Japan is the leading buyer from the iron ore. One important thing I need to tell you that Japan is well developed for the iron and steel industry, although in Japan there is less presence of the raw materials. Basically Japan getting the different kind of raw materials from the different countries, yes, and after that they are the producing iron and steel industry from Tokyo, Wakayama region, Osaka Kobe region, Hokkaido region. So such region they are basically developing iron and steel industry, from where they basically get the raw material from the different countries. So from India if you think about the Hungary, Italy, Romania, Holland, Germany, Poland, North Korea, South Korea, so different countries they are basically export the iron ore. So this is the most important thing you should remember for the iron ore. And one important thing I want to suggest you, that you have to be read at least two or three names for every states in India. If the questions comes in such way that write about the distribution of the iron ore in India, so you have to be right at least two or three names from every states. Hope